The Scuds were aimed at the Saudi capital Riyadh, as Ben Brown reports.
For the second night running, Riyadh was under attack. Just before 4 o'clock this morning, Patriot missiles were launched to intercept incoming Scuds. So far, the Patriots have a reassuringly good record of success, and they frustrated Saddam Hussein's attempt to terrorize civilians here. We saw at least one Scud being destroyed. First, there was a flash across the sky. Then, as thunder follows lightning, we heard the sound of the explosion a few seconds later. Once again, the attack was conventional rather than chemical, though no one here was taking any chances. After the all clear had been sounded, the search began for wreckage, and it wasn't hard to find. Lying on a road was the main body of the Iraqi missile, the fuel section, which is automatically jettisoned by the warhead as it closes in on the target. It was still smouldering when we got there. So this is the Scud missile, which has caused so much terror both here in Saudi Arabia and in Israel. The question for the Allies remains, though, how many more of these Saddam Hussein has got left? Not all the mobile launchers from which they're fired have yet been found. Destroying them remains a priority for the Allied Air Force. Saddam Hussein's technicians have been hard at work trying to give their missiles greater range by putting in more fuel and less explosive. This is probably the Al Hussein, a modified version of the Scud, which doubles the distance it can travel from 300 kilometers to about 600. This wreckage was taken away for examination, but there's not much the Americans don't already know about how these missiles work. Their problem is trying to guess when and where they'll next be fired.
Scud missiles were fired at the Allied military base. 2 were off target, and as Brian Barron reports, the third was knocked out by a Patriot missile.
There were 3 air raid alerts in Dhahran during the night. The first Scud missile fell into the Gulf. The second alert, ordering people to go to shelters, was televised about 3:30 a.m. No missile was sighted. But a short while ago, as Dhahran began to go to work, the early warning system spotted another incoming Scud. It was destroyed by Patriot anti-missile missiles. For about half an hour at our hotel, there was a full-scale chemical warfare alert. Then the all-clear was given. The American military have released pictures of one of their latest weapons being fired at the Hatida power station in Iraq. It's called a SLAM, an acronym for Standoff Land Attack Missile. The unique feature of SLAM, as these pictures show, is that it has a video camera on board as it closes on its target, transmitting back to the US Navy launch plane. The Allied air offensive pounds on. It's now clear from the reappraisal of intelligence data that several more weeks of bombing will be needed. Weapons like SLAM are only used against what the Pentagon calls high-value targets.